Thanks for tuning in to Corcelli's morning market update. S&P futures are up 7.25 handles this morning. Crude oil is up 0.6%. Natty gas is flat this morning, up at 288. It's starting to build up a little bit of a bullish sentiment, saying people are undersupplied for the winter. Anyway, gold is flat this morning, 1321. Gold is trying to make up its mind whether it wants to go up or down. Dr. Copper's off the year lows, up to 214, down 0.3% this morning. Coffees are trading right at the 150 range, up 0.3%. Sugar is up 1.79%. Moving along to equities in Europe. Equities in Europe is scattered all over the place, some up, some down. London's up 0.5%. Some interesting news out of the UK last night. China is being allowed to help construct a nuclear power plant in Europe, inside of the UK. But most of the European equity markets are down, and we have basically down as much as 0.6%. Japan last night finished down 1.25%. Moving along to the Shanghai Composite, down almost 0.7%. The bond market has been very interesting lately. It's been getting slaughtered. Treasuries are up in the U.S. They're down in Canada. They're up in Brazil and Colombia and Mexico. So most of Europe, the sovereign bond yields are higher this morning. Prices are lower, with the exception being Spain. Asia looks a little bit mixed, but prices are higher, yields are lower in Asia for the most part. The interesting thing about sovereign bonds right now is equity markets, when they've been under pressure, the sovereign bond market's been getting murdered, so rates have been going higher. We have on, I believe it's the 23rd, the next meeting here. Hang on one second, let me get you a date on this. 21st. I'm showing the 21st. September 21st at 2 o'clock. It's the next FOMC decision on whether the rate's going to be increased or decreased. There's been a lot of dissension lately. There's people that want Yellen to move and to bring it up. There's people that are saying it would be better to do less. And there's no clear decision out there. But if you look at the actual rates themselves, it's showing a steeper curve. The back end of the sovereign bond market has gotten slaughtered, and the curve's steeper. So maybe that's allowing some banks to make a little extra cash here. But anyway, I don't want to bore you to death with discussions, but everybody's focused on that September 21st date. It says Bank of England sees chance of another cut this year as rates held at 25 basis points. U.S. stock futures, pair gains, dollar rises. That might be a little bit out at date as far as the timing is concerned. Retail sales. Let's look at economics really quick, see what type of data we have had out today. Today's a very big day for data here. We have Empire Manufacturing, came in pretty close to where it was expected. Current account balance came in close to expectations. Retail sales came in weaker than expected. Excluding autos, weaker than expected. Excluding autos and gas, weaker than expected. Yeah, so sales, retail's not doing well. Numbers are pretty bad. Jobless claims came in better than expected. Producer Price Index, final demand month over month came in at no inflation, excluding food. Came in line with expectations, excluding food, any in trade. So it seems like producers are paying more to produce, according to these numbers this morning. Demand is flat. Philadelphia Fed business optimism survey came in better than expected. And then we have some more data coming out in 15 minutes. And we got some GDP on business inventories here at 10 o'clock. So there's a lot of stuff out today from that front. Let's move back into the top news. Yeah, see that's the UK approves the EDF $24 billion Hinkley Point nuclear project. That's the one that China, it's very controversial. Funds load up on risk as crisis era securities make a comeback. Warren says next president must investigate, maybe jail bankers. Isn't Warren a banker? Barrick Gold suspends Argentina mine after suffering another leak. We've read some reports that Barrick is a strong buy right now. So anyway, we are happy to see you. We have an event next Wednesday at 8 a.m. It's a breakfast. It's at the Beacon Council. It's our first annual collaboration with the Beacon Council. We produced a roundtable called South Florida Hidden Gem for Alternative Investments. It's being co-hosted by myself and Roberto Munoz, the South Florida president of BBVA, and we have 4 speakers: Eric Westphal from Dormouse, Stephen Malloy from ISAM. We have Thomas Wall from KPMG, and Nanette Aguirre from Greenberg Torrig. It's going to be an exceptional event. There's a lot of the leaders in banking and finance for South Florida will be there. If you're running a fund or thinking of running a fund, I'd like to invite you to come out and attend. Thank you very much. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you next Tuesday. Bye now.